Hi and welcome back again to my channel. My name is Damilola. If this is your first time joining me, if you like this review, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also share. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining me. Welcome back. Today I'll be talking about episode 3 and 4 on ABATTOIR. Guys, the struggle to pronounce this word. But anyway, I'm sharing my thoughts on episode 3 and 4. If you're interested, keep watching. First, we're going to be discussing like the scenes, the storyline, and the acting, and then I will get into the lessons that I'm learning. First, can we just say that Kayode Sawyer is killing his role. He's like merging it. I'm so impressed by his acting so far. It's like he knows how to switch between being frustrated and being like authoritative and like I need to get my I need to take back this authority and stuff. So it's very interesting and I really like that he's really killing his character. The other thing is there are a couple of scenes where people are laughing, or should I say, well, there's this lady who was laughing when she was inviting Martin's a teacher to come and speak at their fellowship, and then I could just tell that they were just laughing. I couldn't wait to get off scene. It was funny. And acting is really not easy. Forget it. It's not easy. The third thing is about the sweat. I don't know if people how do they generate sweat in a movie? I'm just looking at them sweating. I'm just like, it doesn't look real. So I don't know if it's like honey they're putting on their face or something, and it gets to me sharp. But again, they need to make do with whatever they have. And then some things are not really adding up. So I don't know who Frank was played by the role of Frank was played by J. Mikey. And as soon as I saw him, I was just like, this is not about to be a serious scene. And of course, but I think I wanted to know who Frank was to Chief Joe Sonia. Who are you that you're coming to tell him about his company and telling him that you think that people are trying to raise him? I just kind of wanted to know a little more about Frank. And also, there is a scene where Martin goes to Baba Gbemro to talk to him about being sold and being bought. And so, guess what happened? Chief Joe Sonia, who is Martin's actual father, did he kicked Martin out of the house pretty much, and then they now gave him to this man to take care of him. And then so this was the Inspector General who gave Martin to this man to take care of, and then gave him some money that for the welfare of this child, right? And so Martin is like, they sold me to you, or you sold me to them, and you bought me. But I'm like, they gave him money, so technically, but you're not even his own child, so they gave him money. So it's kind of I get where he's coming and where he's trying to say that you took money from them and you're supposed to be my trusted ally and stuff like that. But saying that you bought me, you sold me because you collected money, it's you can't sell somebody you do not know, right? So that was where it was a little bit iffy with that storyline. But otherwise, we're gonna get into the lessons. Otherwise, though, there's a funny scene where the herbalist they thought the herbalist was only speaking Yoruba, and then they kept speaking in English and insulting the herbalist and stuff. And then this man just stops and just speaks English. And
I may look crude and unpresentable, but I know my onions.
I saw that comment, the way they kept on going back and forth in English. I'm like, this herbalist just might understand what they're saying. And he did, and he gave it to them. So the lesson that I've learned, sin only thrives in darkness. So basically, once sin is hidden and nobody's talking about it, it has potential to still thrive. But as soon as you bring it into the open, into the light, you tell somebody about it, tell somebody maybe I'm struggling with so and so, it sort of loses its potential. It's starting to get known, and it doesn't have that grip as it would have when it was just utter darkness and nobody knew about it. So yeah, that's number one. So I actually like that they addressed rape and molestation. So we see that Dele's stepmom was molesting him, and I like that they brought that into light and how to help, the boy. I think it's also interesting that when Martins talked to the father was in denial and like, get out of my car, because I think a lot of times that is what happens where people are like, no, now it can't even be possible, and so they're just like in denial and like, I don't want to hear this, I want to pretend that this doesn't even exist, right? So I like that it actually touched on that. And when Dele mentioned that to like Mr. Martins, who was his teacher in school, then he started to get help. One of the things that really taught me about the dialogue was, what if I don't want to get help? What if I don't want to be free? And I think that stemmed from fear of, what if this goes wrong? What if this just doesn't go the way I've planned? And that's also the kind of fear that I think that rapists, oppressors push and put on their victims. The fear of, if you tell anybody, this is going to happen to you, blah blah blah. I really like that it touched on that. So kudos to Dami. And the other thing is finding a friend in somebody older than you. I like that Martins didn't just come as his teacher, as an authority, but also came alongside him as his friend. And I could see that the reason why Dele opened up to Martins was because he felt like he could relate to him in some experiences, in some things that he shared. So it wasn't just like I'm talking to my teacher, it's like I'm talking to somebody who has also gone through it and who will give me like practical steps to take. And when Dele came and said he got 10 out of 15, which was an improvement for what he's been getting, I like that Martins didn't just be like, 10 out of 15, you could have gotten 15 out of 15, you didn't have to wait. I like that he said that there was progress. So progress over perfection. Like, you are in competition with who you were before. Like, it's not about like somebody else, it's actually about like you're the one who can really even monitor your progress and your growth. Like, okay, this is who I was before, and maybe I would have reacted in certain ways before, but now this is how I'm reacting. It might not be where you want to go to, but that progress that you see is important, and it's important to commend yourself for it. And another point is, don't underestimate the power of saying I'm proud of you, I'm impressed by what you've done. Like that, those words, I'm proud of you, are game changers for a lot of people. So like, if you have the opportunity to tell somebody you're proud of them, please go ahead and tell them. I mean, not like fake it too, but like, if you mean it from your heart, really do say it. It really makes a lot of difference. Lastly, after a victory, don't relax. So we see that initially at the beginning of episode 3, when Martin's father is calling him back home. He answered by fire, like fire burnt the herbalist and killed him, and his dad, survived the burns. But afterwards, we now see how they're trying to still manipulate Martins to now be fighting with Babagwero, the man that's been taking care of him. So who knows, right? They were victorious at first, and I don't know how this other part is going to play out. But again, don't relax after a victory. Just know that the battle still continues. So don't relax basically when you've got to reach this point. If you've seen episode 3 and 4, let me know what your thoughts are on them and also the lesson that you're learning. Well, till I come here next time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I will see you in my next video. Bye.